Hey guys, it's James the Rambling Dasher, and welcome to an episode of Dashing in the Dark. I know it's kind of like we're going off of red lights tonight. I don't have my LED light has quit working. I ordered a different one off of DoorDash, so I'm hoping that thing works out. That'll be here. It wasn't here by the time I left today. I was hoping it would have been. But I still haven't. That's interesting. It was supposed to deliver today. But anyway, so I got another one. But anyway, we do dashing ride-alongs. And, you know, we accept orders. We decline orders. We drive erratically and try not to get speeding tickets or weird other speeding, any kind of other tickets. I did just accept a long distance order for $9 freaking. It's like, and this is a normal dash for me. Is like I do try to do 3 dashes a week, about 6 hours. But once it starts hitting dark, we stop the first episode and we switch over to Dashing in the Dark. So a little play on words for like Dancing in the Dark by Bruce Springsteen, if you're of my age. So anyway, I like Dashing in the Dark, but really we're just out here, we're having a good time. I personally like dashing because, like, my job, I gotta dig around and find work to do, and no one tells me what to do. This is easy because this little phone right here tells me what to do, and I go do it, and it pays me money on Tuesdays. And I just got an add-on order opportunity that says additional at Pizza Hut, guaranteed, and it doesn't say anything as far as how far, but it's on the way, so I'll accept it. It's in the same area, so it's only $4. So I can tell you that DoorDash is ripping me off on that one, because they should pay me double the pay, because they're charging the customer for the long delivery, but they're not paying me. They're keeping it because they're doubling my pay up on someone else's order that's paying for a long delivery. So it's one way that I hate DoorDash, that they screw you over on that. There's one other way that I can think of that they screw you over whenever there's a and it's nice that they do it, but they should give you the same. There should be a base pay per mile, right? No matter what the customer's tip is. But what I found out is that they flex the base pay contingent on the base pay is contingent on the tip. And the reason I know this is because I got a tip once that, I don't remember the exact details, but I got one that was like 6 miles and had 0 tip. Well, I don't know this until I deliver it, right? Well, the base pay was like, let's take it back. Let's say it was 10 miles and they paid me $6 base pay with no tip. Then same night I get one for 10 miles and I get about $3 base pay, but there was a $10 tip, right? For the same 10 miles, or maybe say like more. I don't remember, but seems like the first order with no tip was less miles, but I got paid more on base pay. But then I got a longer delivery and the base pay was far less, but the tip, there was a tip, and it was a decent tip. So whenever they have a tip, they lower your base pay, which is frustrating. It is nice though, whenever there is no tip, that they raise the base pay to whatever. I think they should do the base pay consistent with the delivery distance every time. But I'm also of the belief that DoorDash is DoorDash, and they're going to do what they do, and I can't do anything about it, right? So the only thing I can really do is do the best job I can for the customers I'm delivering for, with the hopes that they add on extra tip money. So we jump through hoops to do that. All right, I've got only one tonight that's paid me an extra tip. So I'm at Pizza Hut this first order. I'm gonna go to Denny's to pick up some place called the Burger Den. So one of those ghost restaurants inside of Denny's. And that one was $9 something, I think. But anyway, so thank you for coming and watching Dashing in the Dark. Much appreciated. We'll dig a little deeper into what all we do after I pick up this pizza. Alright, this is what I hate about these kind of double stacked orders like this. They take too long. If one of them takes too long, then you're going to be late picking up the other one. It says I'm already late picking up the Burger Den one. So yeah, I'll probably shoot my score down, because evidently I was supposed to go to the Burger Den first. Well, that place is notorious for never having staff, and therefore never having the food ready. Half the time they have the freaking doors locked when you go up there. I don't even know. Well, I know why I accepted it, because I want my AR to be up there, but this on time thing is probably more advantageous to fix your on time than it is your AR. But we're gonna try. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna try to get our numbers up there. I hate not being platinum, and this is aggravating. See, all the lights are off at Denny's, right? Like, there's no lights in the parking lot. There's no lights. Like, there's a huge sign out there. It's not even on. It's flat out dark in this parking lot. Let's see. Is this the Burger Den at Denny's? Located inside the Denny's. And I'm telling you, it is dark out here. Not a single car in the whole freaking parking lot. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are headed out. Okay. So, wow. Interesting route it is taking me. It says 12 minutes, and I have to deliver it by 8:14. And it's giving me a little bit of leeway there. Alright, so it is really dashing in the dark today because I don't have my normal light here. I am not going to go that way because I think it's going to take longer than 12 minutes. 11 minutes going through the Cracker Barrel parking lot. So that's the way we're going to go. And then we're going to take an additional shortcut. And get behind some slow people. Alright. Well, now 10 minutes. So yeah, dashing in the dark. This is what we do. We accept orders. We maybe decline orders. I haven't done a decline in a little bit because I've got myself in a situation where my AR is low, and then they go and change the way that the your status is calculated, so it's a whole different ball game, and now it's a lot more emphasis on time pickup and on-time delivery. So trying to get these things knocked out in a timely manner. I do wish, so this is what I don't like about this on-time business, is they count the whole order as two separate entities, but if either one of those is not on time, the whole thing is off time. I wish they would count it at least two separate things, because 90% of the time I am on time with the deliveries. It's the fact that whenever I get a pickup at a restaurant and the food's not ready and I gotta stand around and wait on it, well, they don't give me any leeway there. It's late, and it's the restaurant's fault, not mine. Well, that counts the whole freaking order as being late, and I can't help that, right? So it's frustrating in that regard, that it should not be marked as late, but it is. This thing is telling me to stay on, yeah. Where is this thing taking me? I guess that's probably the best way. So just stay on the access road. What? Alright. Where? Okay, yeah, I didn't want to go that way. I want to go down here. Oh well. I'm just chewing this one all to pieces. And maybe we'll still make it on time, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about there, but it is 8 o'clock. I got 2 deliveries here. It's probably going to be about $12, $14, $13 maybe. Fingers crossed somebody gives me a little bit of an extra tip. But probably will not. But anyway, so the way I do DoorDashing and these videos is I usually work in the evening times for about 6 hours a night, and the first half we do an episode, the second half we do an episode, and our goal is to get $100 per night. So the first episode is just trying to get as much as we can that takes us into dashing in the dark. And the dashing in the dark, so there's a little cliffhanger: will we make it or will we not make it to the $100? And then the second episode in the dashing in the dark is us trying to hit that $100 mark. So some nights it's fairly easy, some nights it's not easy. Like tonight, it's not going to be easy. So we're going to have to either fight for it, scrap to get some OT time, something to hit this dashing, to hit this $100. And the crazy thing is, this week is I didn't work Monday. Wednesday only $89, and then tonight is not so far the best night ever either. So, you know, it's already here's the crazy thing is I think we're still sitting at $51, and it's already 8 o'clock, and we were sitting at $51 at 7 o'clock. So maybe it was like 7:15 or so, but here it is 40 minutes later, and I haven't delivered any food. Maybe I'm just forgetting one or something. I don't know. We'll see what it is after I drop these 2 off. But anyway, so I try to do these orders, ramble about who knows what, and try not to talk in the dark. But I needed to see. I'll probably need to see up here as well. But we talk a lot about DoorDash, and we talk about other things going on, like, you know, what do we do? What did I do personally? Like, yesterday or over the weekend, you know. Recently, my son and I, he's 15, we went on a trip to Seattle, and we went to a video game conference up there for a couple days and got to do a couple days worth of sightseeing. We went to the Space Needle, so that was kind of cool. We did a sailboat trip out into the Puget Sound, saw some porpoises, and that was the only real I don't know, we saw some seagulls, but you know, porpoises were pretty cool. Oh, I forgot this is where we're going. But yeah, and then we had a freaking red-eye flight coming back, so we had I mean, it was miserable, and it usually always is. I think I've only ever done it once before, and it's just like, why do I do this to myself? But I don't know, it's probably no worse than doing an early morning flight. But it was an 11 p.m. flight, and we landed in Atlanta at like 8 o'clock or 7:30 or something like that. And then we stayed in Atlanta for an hour and caught a flight to Little Rock, and I think we were home by 10, maybe 9:30. But we were beat down because neither one of us slept on that plane. So the idea is that people sleep on those overnight planes, but I cannot sleep on a plane to save my life. I was wide awake the whole freaking time. Wide awake the whole time. Alright, I'm almost to this house. I'm going to knock this one out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're up to $55.73. After that one was $4, $2 base pay with a $2 tip, and they handed me a $5 in cash for an additional tip. So that was nice of them to do that. So continue dashing. Let me send this giver a message and tell him that we're on the way. I don't even remember. Oh, this is that. Directions. It's only 3 minutes away, but how do I get there? I don't know how to get there from here. Where the heck I even am, to tell you the truth. Alright, I'm gonna turn this light off. I tell you what, I'm just gonna catch you guys after I get this delivered, and we'll let you know what we made. See you in a minute. Alright, so that one was $4 base pay with a $5 tip. We've been 9 for 9 for 3 hours and 59 minutes at $64.73. So plus $5, we'll call it 70 bucks. We need 30 more dollars in about 2 hours, so not that bad. I'm gonna just double check here. I am a little ways out from everything. I got a feeling that both of those orders are just going to be late. Well, my on time is 83, so neither one of them were late. Well, I don't know. They're not on here at all, so they're not in the late bucket. Let's put it that way. So look at that. The Burger Den on time. It says it was late by 5 minutes, but early by 4 minutes on the other side, so who knows. And then maybe they gave me a little bit of leeway, but The Pizza Hut was early by 9 and early by 5, so negative 14. So they gave me on time on both orders. So that was nice. Alright, so that was at a fire station out here in Alexander. So it's going to be a little bit before we get back to any kind of dashing area. So I am going to hit pause and we will see you guys when we get back to our next order. So see you in a minute. Alright, we are back and we just accepted a little order. We're back into Bryant and just got an order for like $7 for 2 to 3 miles at a KFC. So we're just right around the corner. I mean, we just got off the freeway. It's just right around the corner. So, and I just turned on I hit pause on the thing because I didn't want to get any Little Rock orders. So here we are back in the friendly confines of Bryant, Arkansas at the KFC. And they have more cars than I've seen at the KFC combined in weeks. So maybe the football game's over and everybody decided to go to KFC afterwards or something. It's only 8:30. I don't know. Maybe it's over. Alright. I'll catch you guys on the back side of this. Let me run in there and grab this food. Alright. So, let's see. 8:42. 8:39. So, I don't know that I got the food picked up on time, but I got it as fast as I could get it. We got about a 3-minute cushion here on the delivery. Where do I want to go here? Because it is kind of backed up. It is kind of backed up. Alright, we're going to take our chances going out this way. Alright, so yeah, this is a repeat customer because he said something about, it's like, I don't know exactly what the dude said, but let's see. I said, pleasure meeting you again, James. Thank you. So I gave him the best Chick-fil-A response I could, even though we're at KFC. My pleasure. So we'll see. We shall see. Do anything and everything you can to get extra tips. That's all we can do, right? So I'm a firm believer that to get extra tips, and I think episode 100 was 3 basic things you do to get extra tips, right? Granted, it was just part of a full-on episode, but the 3 things are communication, take care of their food, and get it to them on time, right? So I think one of the bigger things that people do like is the communication. Now, some of them you'll never get a response from, and you'll never get an extra tip from them. But sometimes those people that seem to communicate with you, they might go so far as to say, you know what, based upon this service, this communication, the food's still warm, we're going to give them an extra couple dollars. Or I've gotten $10 tips at the end. I had one guy stood out there and talked to him about DoorDash for like 15 minutes, and after I left, he sent me $10 extra. Now DoorDash dinged me for having the food there late when it was on time, but I forgot. I don't check the food in until after I hand it to him, and he was out there waiting on me, so I just grabbed the food out of the back seat, handed it to him, standing out there talking to him the whole time the phone is in the car, so I never hit that I delivered it. So yeah, that was like 15 minutes late on that one. But anyway, But it was worth it just because that dude gave me $10 extra. And he was nice. You know, I don't dislike talking to people. I think that's possibly why I do this rambling dasher thing. I'm very interested because I really haven't, up until this episode here, spoken anything about politics hardly at all. Maybe little bitty hints in the past, but yeah, I'm feeling a little bit something about me having the banter, or you know, getting all hot-blooded about some political stuff. But anyway, we'll see. Maybe that's what it needs to kickstart this channel. I'm closing in on 60 followers. I know that's not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but you know, we started from scratch and haven't advertised it anywhere other than on our own started from scratch Facebook page. So if you guys haven't already, there is a Rambling Dasher Facebook page. We don't do much on there other than share our videos, and maybe I mean, there's conversations on there. I think it's easier to have conversations on Facebook than it is on YouTube, but I don't have that many conversations, just like little one-liners kind of things. But oh, this guy might be this guy that came outside and was like, you just made my day, and gave me like Venmo or Cash App me extra money. I don't know. I remember that day. This similar apartment. I can't tell you where I'm at, and I hate being in the dark. So I'm gonna turn this light out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. I feel inclined to drop one here because I don't like this $4.50 for 7.8. I'm just going to decline it. It says it's going to knock me down to 77%, but I just hit the decline button. I'm going to go back over to ratings. So just that dude, it was a $7 order when I picked it up. I didn't think it said plus on it, but it may have. But when I dropped it off, it said it was 12 bucks. So I sent him a thank you for the extra, that I appreciate it. So let's see, we're at 78. I was up to 79, now I'm at 78. So what the heck? This dang off. Dang it. These things are killing me. Why am I getting such long deliveries? So Buffalo Wild Wings for $6 for 7.5 miles. Delivered by 7:10. I guess I will accept it. It's just long deliveries for that. So my on time keeps dropping. So I'm back to that KFC says late. It says I was late to the customer and late to the... How was I late to the customer is what I want to know. Well, possibly because I was trying to find out which building this is and had to walk around to the back. That's frustrating. I had to wait at the store. Let's just see. It's going to say, oh, we'll exclude this order from your on-time rate. Okay. I'm still at 82%. Let's see if it refreshes. I don't think it's going to. Ratings. It moved me back to 79. And it gave me my on-time at 83. So I was able to exclude that one. I mean, I don't know why, but whatever. Alright, I'm gonna run over to B-Dubs, pick this up. We'll catch you on the other side. All right, we have picked up some B-Dubs, and yeah, the first person in there was like, hey, let me go check in the kitchen, and she disappeared off in the kitchen and didn't come back. Another girl came up and was like, what's the name on it? And she went straight over. They have this little staging area for deliveries and pickups, and she went over there into the warming thing, and it was in there. Yeah, the first person didn't even look. I don't know what that person was doing, but I was like, well, thank you so much for doing that. I don't know why I've been standing here for 5 minutes waiting for that other person who didn't come back out of the kitchen. But anyway, we got the food. We're on the way. Maybe we got it in time. Maybe now we didn't get that pickup in time, but maybe DoorDash won't charge it against me. I don't know. But this one is, right now we're at 5 miles, 11 minutes, and we got to go through all 4 of the roundabouts on Alcoa. So, yay for me. So, I'm trying to think of what else. I don't have much else really happening. I know that we watched the Terminal List the other day. Not the other day, but the Terminal List on Prime. Excellent. And then they have the prequel is out now, so I suspect we might try to watch some of that this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. And then I don't know when, maybe next year, they have the sequel to the Terminal List. So interested in how they write that out. I'm interested in this prequel because it's supposed to go into a lot of the not Pratt, what is his name? Dang it, I can't think of his name. Oh, I get all these people's names mixed up, but whatever the dude's name is, the Star-Lord guy, I can picture his face, both as Star-Lord and Jurassic Park and the Terminal List, and I don't know, however many other shows and movies that I've seen him in. The first place I saw him is in this TV show that I used to love watching called this Everwood, and it was on the CW. And then he showed up in Parks and Rec, which I never watched Parks and Rec, but I knew he was on there. And I still can't think of his freaking name. But anyway. But this guy that used to be on Friday Night Lights, the TV show, is a big part of the first episode of the Terminal List, of the first season. And he's also the main character in the prequel. I don't think he's going to make it to the sequel. Trying not to give away any spoilers, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to make it to the sequel. Oh well. But very good show on Amazon Prime. And if anybody wants to watch it, there happens to be a link to Amazon Prime on the Rambling Dasher Amazon store if you take a gander to look in there. So so just check that out. It's going to be in the description, the one link at the top, or in the pinned comment in the comments, so check that out. I don't always get to pin those comments immediately after the video releases because sometimes I just I get sidetracked or I forget about it and I don't get notified about it and all that stuff. So yeah, anyway, there I was truly dashing in the dark. I try not to do that, but I remember I have some older videos where I didn't really think about doing this light, and I was just talking away in the dark, and then since then I found this light, but now it's either the batteries are dead or it's broken or something. So hopefully that other light comes in. It may, I don't have any email saying it's been delivered, or I don't think I do, but looking forward to watching that. I don't know when. I think it's later on, maybe October, December, something like that. The new, a new Knives Out is coming out. So looking forward to that one. The first one was really good. The second one was, we'll call it half-baked. I'm hoping the third one gets back to being as good as the first one. We are really looking forward to the new and last season of Stranger Things. So over maybe Thanksgiving weekend and or Christmas and New Year's. But yeah, me and the kids, we all watched that, and then we watched all 4 seasons again, just, I don't know, this summer sometime. I think we binged it over a couple of weekends. So, because my girlfriend had never seen it. So that was good. Oh, we did. My son kept saying, y'all need to see, dang it, now I can't think of the name of this movie. This is what happens when old age sets in, is you forget everything. Whatever, that John Krasinski, where him and his wife, and they have a deaf daughter and a couple of boys, and aliens attack, and if you make a noise they will kill you. So yeah, so we watched that the other day, maybe Monday, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I was upset by it. I was like, dang, what do they think they are? A regular Disney movie? Where they kill everybody off at the beginning and the one person left has to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and make something out of themselves? But yeah, there's a, oh crap. I didn't lose stuff, and I lost some wrappers in the floor was all I lost. I have never turned down this road here. That is interesting. And all 3,022 deliveries, never been down this road. Alright, well, I'm gonna hit pause and try to find this place real quick. So I'll be right back. Alright. That was $6, $4 base pay with a $2 tip, which kind of goes back to what I was saying before with the tip to base ratio is going to be pretty even tonight. So we are up to 82.73, and we've been going about 5 hours, so really 82 plus 5 is 87, so we'll probably get 100. I only need a couple, maybe a couple 650 orders, if I can get some $6 orders here, $7 orders. If I can get back into town. Oh, this says dip. I'm in the dark again. There's the dip. I don't know what that would do to this car. It'd probably break it. I don't know exactly. I mean, I know how to get back. It seems, I just wonder where, if I turn left there, where it would go. Might come out over into some other part of Benton that I've been in, but it's kind of like it's like across the railroad tracks kind of deal. Alright, so we're kind of out here in no man's land where we're not going to get any orders. If I had shopping turned on and that this Dollar General was still open, I used to get orders there all the time. But I quit doing the shopping. It was too much stress of missing items and all kinds of crap. And I was like, nope, I'm done with that stuff. I found out I can make just as much money without getting those type of orders. And those things are, to me, very stressful. Picking someone else's groceries out. Because when you're picking up other people's groceries, it's just, it's a whole different ball game. I'm just gonna go back into the Alcoa instead of into Benton. How late are you staying out? Well, alright. You know, people asking how long am I going to stay out? Well, here's something that's popped up, so I'm going to have to get gas. So I might have 1 or 2 more deliveries in me, but I'm going to have to get some gas. Now, there's the tricky part. Who has the cheap gas? So, anyway. So, yeah, a little bit of watching TV. I suspect we'll try to do some of that over the weekend. It's supposed to be, I don't know, is it supposed to be, I think it's supposed to cool off a little bit too. Fingers crossed. Maybe Saturday and Sunday. also, I know if you haven't seen me before, then you might not know, but I also try to get my steps in before midnight. So I'm already at 8,000 something, so it's less than a 20-minute walk after I get home. But that just means that I have to be home by like 11:30, maybe earlier, because usually it takes me a little bit to get the dog rounded up because he'll want to go. I'd like to just get one $15 order and finish up the night. I'm not going to try to get out there, and every once in a while I think I need to make up for past days I missed. Last Wednesday, last Friday I missed Monday, and then Wednesday was pretty bad. Last Monday was really bad. I only got, well, I was only gonna work a little bit anyway, but I worked about 3.5 hours, only got like $47. I worked till 7:30 and didn't get 50 on that Monday before Labor Day weekend. It was bad. I might have got $50 something with the cash. I think I got cash tip because I remember putting that video out in the last day or so, because I think that was episode 100, which came out today. So if you're watching this video one day, like the week of like September 8th or something, go find that video from episode 100. Let's see how that day turned out. So we're going back through the roundabouts, trying to get back down into this Alcoa. It's like the border between Benton and Bryant. It's very weird because if you look at the city, the map of where it's drawn, it's got some weird drawings as to what city owns what. I don't know how they came up with this stuff, but it's like, hey, let's annex that one. No, let's annex that. And they're like annexing stuff all over, right up to the border of the other city, just for tax dollars. But that's what they do, right? That is what they do. Alright, so we're back here, almost back to B-dubs, and we're within range of, we should be getting orders, but we are not in any red marked up areas anyway. It says 1 to 4 minutes we should have an order. I probably need to go find some gas. This is what I don't like, getting gas. Well, there's not a whole lot of places here. Well, there is a Pilot, but I think they're expensive. But maybe we'll just drive down towards a gas station and see if we get any orders. For some reason there's some the flags here are all at half mast, so I don't know if someone in Arkansas, that's usually a political person in Arkansas, has passed away, or if it's a national thing. I haven't heard anything. All right, $12.25 for 12.3 miles. That is some craziness. Deliver by 9:50 and then go to the house. So I had to deliver it way out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm gonna accept it and head back over to Waterburger. So hopefully they'll have it ready by the time I get over there. And because I just drove past them on the other side of the freeway. So this is what happens. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna hit pause. We'll catch up with you guys after I pick up this Waterburger, and we'll see what the actual mileage is. So hang tight. All right, so I was quite the extensive wait inside a Waterburger, as usual. But standing in there, and there's another dude waiting for 2 orders. So, all right, we get to drive to the big city of Haskell, 20 minutes away. Says I'm supposed to deliver it by 9:52. Let's see, is that right? 9:52, and I've got it down to 9:50. It was, when I got in the car, it said 20 minutes, 9:51. Now it says 18 minutes, 9:52. Well, it said 18:950. Now it says 18:952. And I'm sitting here at the stoplight. Oh, sheesh. People don't know how to drive. And I'm following them. So, but I got him to subscribe to my channel while I was in there. So, half my followers are going to be people that I meet in restaurants and say, hey, pull up your YouTube. I want you to follow my channel. So, that's one way to get them, right? Alright, that person is in the fast lane. I'm going to have to get over there somehow. Speed up, or I'm just going to keep going really slow. I don't want to speed up too much and spit out all my gas. I may be limping back home. This should be maybe my last order. My last order. I can't remember the total amount, but I thought I was somewhere around $88. And this was $12 and something. So maybe I'll hit $100 on this one with that $5 cash tip. Fingers crossed. I got 6 miles on the freeway. That seems like a long ways. Going down to the soon to be, maybe another year and a half before Buc-ee's is open, but the soon to be Buc-ee's exit. Because right now they're bought up all the billboards and it says 263 miles to Buc-ee's. And then someday they'll change it to 6 miles to Buc-ee's. It's amazing how many billboards they bought when they bought all this land and started putting Buc-ee's billboards up saying, you know, they're kind of cute little slogans that they put on there, but like here's one. I bet they have 6 or 7 of them, and those things are not cheap. I mean, they're hundreds of dollars a month. But here's one that says Buc-ee's 263 miles. The one back there said something else, but at the very bottom it said 263 miles or 264 or whatever. But yeah, and I know there's more back past that, and there's probably more up here that I can't remember all of them. There's another one, the fairest of them all, 262 miles. So that's 3 since I got on the freeway, and I've gone 2 exits maybe. Which I don't have a problem with Buc-ee's. I think they have some excellent banana pudding, and I may be a frequent visitor for that banana pudding. It seems like that anytime I ever go to a Buc-ee's, that's all I ever get is banana pudding. Banana pudding from Buc-ee's. That is one of the, I don't know, just one of those things you gotta try. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish I had some right now. But 263 miles is a little bit far to go for some banana pudding. I keep forgetting the Saline County Fair is still going on. I don't know how long that thing lasts. I guess, well, I don't even know when it started, truthfully. It was going Wednesday night. Oh, here's another Buc-ee's. Life moves pretty fast. 260 miles. So that's the 4th one right there. So I guess when one becomes available, they snatch it up. But there's a sign that says for lease, so I don't know what the deal is. They didn't grab that one. And here's another one over here. They're like, hey, Buc-ee's, we got another billboard without your name on it. We could put 259 miles to Buc-ee's on this one. Alright guys, it's going to be dark down in here, and because it's back in the backwoods of Haskell, I'm going to turn this light out, and I'll hit you guys up whenever we deliver this to see what the total is, and if we're going to try to get one more, or if we're going to call it a night. So we'll see in a minute. Alright guys, that order was $12.25, which was $6.75 base pay with a $5.50 tip. So, which brought us up to $94.98. And remember, we had a $5 tip. So we're at $99.98. I think that will be enough. I'm about 30 minutes away from the house, so I'm gonna call it a night. Let's go run the numbers and see what it says here. Oops, I don't know how to end this thing. End dash. Yes, we want to end the dash. So total online time 5 hours and 36 minutes. Offers accepted 12 out of 13. This week I have made $178.48 plus about, I think I've made $10 in tips, in cash tips, both both time, or 5 each night. So it's a 188.48 in 2 nights of working this week. So yeah. And then let's go take a look and see where we finished our rankings. I want to look at one thing real quick on my earnings and see what it looks like for the day. So this is what I do like to look at, and they've changed this up. Well, maybe they've changed it up a little bit. But we have, so here is the tail of the tape, right? $94.98, $48 in base pay, and $46.98, so $47 in tips. So exactly 1 to 1. It took me 12 orders to get 95 bucks, right? And then I had a $5 cash tip on one of them. So 12 orders to hit $100. So you're not anywhere close. Well, $20 away from being $10 per order. So I don't know what it is with $12 orders, or 12 orders for $100, but still quite a ways away. So yeah, 5 hours and 36. Here's another thing that is interesting about tonight. I noticed this. I had this I don't know how to say it. I definitely had a high base pay tonight, but the tips didn't correlate. Like normally you'll get like well more than double, maybe even if it's a good night, you'll get 2 to 1 tips to base. If I would have had 2 to 1 tips to base tonight, I would have had about 150 bucks. But they were not very good tippers tonight. So anyway, but yeah, I had 5 hours and 36 minutes of dash time with 4 hours and 38 minutes of active time. Normally after 5-6 hours I got 2 hours of inactive time, right? So if I do a 6-hour shift, I'll usually have 4 hours of inactive time. That just means you're not picking up orders immediately afterwards. And sometimes that's because, especially on some nights when you get a lot of orders that are out a ways from things, then you're gonna pick something up, you're gonna be active when you pick it up and you deliver it a long ways away. But then when you've got a 20-minute drive to get back into town, well, if you get 4 or 5 of those, then you're gonna have a lot of wasted time where you're not getting orders. But tonight, to only have about an hour of difference between my active time and my dash time just means that I was busy. So, you know, to have 12 orders in a little over 5.5 hours, that's a bunch of orders. So anyway, yeah, if my tippers would have been a little bit better, it would have been a good night. But they were kind of lax on the tipping, so I don't know. But anyway, we got our $100 we got 2 pennies short, but that's all right. So it is what it is. It's not. I mean, I'm keeping the money. That's for sure, right? Okay, let's go take a look at the ratings if I can find those. So yeah, this week I've done 178 plus $10 in cash tips in 26 deliveries. 11 hours and 22 minutes of dash time in just 2 nights. So, yeah. Alright, ratings. I'm still at 79 out of 100 on this new rating scale, the overall dasher rating. My acceptance rate is up to 77%, completion is at 100, on time is still 83. I didn't move up at all. Quality is 100, which isn't one of the ratings. My customer rating 4.99, and then whatever lifetime is it'll refresh overnight. So I'll probably be, what did I say? I had 12 deliveries, so I'll be at 3,034. So anyway, not a bad night. I gotta figure out how. I don't know. I just don't know what I can do to get those on-time deliveries, right? I need to pull that one up and see if it was on time. The last one, I don't even know. It says Waterburger was on time, Buffalo Wild Wings was on time, and KFC is excluded. So, alright. So, thank you guys sticking around, Rambling Dasher and Dashing in the Dark. It's a fun little hobby we got going on here. Someday I'd like to be monetized, or if you guys help out with the affiliate links on Amazon, that would be awesome. Help me get kind of moving in that direction. I don't expect it to become a second job by any means, but it's a fun thing that I can do to try to see if just to make extra money so that I maybe won't have to DoorDash as much as I do, if I can get some affiliate links going on. So anyway, all right guys, appreciate your time. Thank you again. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Be safe out there. We'll see you next time. Bye.